2007 and has turned around several successful ventures in the internet service domain. He has special interest in software engineering, marketing management, and strategy planning. Before I hand over the floor to Abhishek, a quick note to all our attendees. You will all be on mute. You may ask questions by typing in the panel provided. Our expert will answer the questions at the end of his presentation. Over to you, Abhishek.
Thank you so much for your kind introduction. Hi there, this is Abhishek Rungta from Indusnet, and trying to explain you a little bit about integrated internet marketing. Feel free to put your questions in the question section, and I'd like to take it once I have run through the presentation. So before we talk about integrated internet marketing, I think there's a couple of terminologies that needs to be understood first. Internet marketing is not a is not a magic wand that can solve all the problems. And when we talk about the complex terminologies like integrated internet marketing, it is very important to understand that you still need to get the marketing right, and of course the basic internet marketing components right. When we talk about integrated internet marketing, it's more about integrating different components of internet marketing in a way that it gives the best possible results, because it basically multiplies the effect. So it is again very similar to what we actually see in offline world of marketing. There are different ways of getting your message across to people. There are different ways of generating leads from all the different sources. When you do 2 or 3 different activities in the right synergy, they generate a lot more result than all of them done separately and their total result put together. So when you do things in an integrated way, it multiplies the whole effect. But if you do not get your marketing right, which gives you a 0, then your 0 multiplier yield is always 0. So you actually get nothing out of it. So you still need to get your basics perfect before you go and create a complex structure. So again, running through your basic marketing basics very quickly. I'm sure people who have gone through management courses into in MBA schools, they must be knowing that these are the 3 most important aspects of internet marketing, of any marketing actually. Segmentation, positioning, and differentiation. So you need to make sure that which is the audience segment that you want to target your product or service. So you cannot say that I'm trying to sell this particular product to everyone in this world, because again, internet being a massive media, if you try to target everyone in the world, the amount of money that you will have to invest to reach all of them will be massive, and you won't get much out of it. You won't be able to get much result out of it, because your message will be diluted and will not be specific to each target audience. So you must have a very good segmentation when you are talking about selling on internet or marketing on internet. Your positioning has to be very strong. The big difference that you need to understand is that when you talk about an offline market, say in India, you can position based on your competitors in India, in and around India, which means that you have limited number of competitors. They can be positioning themselves in different ways, or some might be positioning himself as a very high-end service provider at a very premium price. Another person might be talking a lot about quality, and there might not be a person who is positioning himself at a low-cost mass market product or service. So you can actually get into that offering. But when you look at an international market, when the moment you get the product or service you are positioning on the internet, the market becomes huge, and the market becomes global. This means that anything that you are trying to position, you will have some or other company globally positioning their own offering to possibly the same segment in the same way. And therefore the very important aspect comes of differentiation, that how do you differentiate yourself from other people. Important thing to note here is that internet being a little bit impersonal in nature. This means you cannot actually speak to person face to face or see people face to face. Interest being a major aspect of making a person decide on a particular service or product. It is very important to play the trust card in this whole thing, and try to differentiate a lot on that aspect, so that people feel that you are a trustworthy and reliable company to work with. Of course, there are many other areas where you can differentiate, but believe me, price is not a differentiator. So do not try to just differentiate yourself based on price, because that won't take you far away. Right. So, I mean, if we see internet overall, the different internet marketing techniques, there are many more, but I am trying to segment them into 4 primary methods, like SEO, search engine optimization, which is basically getting a page rank on the top of the search engine for certain generic keywords. Email marketing, trying to keep in touch with your clients on email regularly, or your prospect list, and try to convert the suspects into prospects in long term. One thing I would like to mention here is email marketing should not be compared with spamming. So please do not resort to spamming and buy a bulk mailing list from someone who is selling you 100,000 email list for maybe 5,000 rupee or 10,000 rupee, and then you send a blast. That is the worst thing that you can do to your brand and your own marketing efforts. Third one is social media, basically where you go and try to generate leads and try to create influence on social channels like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn. There are a lot of new medias coming up every day. The latest one called Pinterest. How do you basically connect with people on this social media and generate interest out there and drive them towards the end goal that you have? Media buying. Again, media buying is a very interesting part. In fact, the dot-com boom that happened in 2000, that happened out of the online media buying craze when Hotmail sold off for $400 million. People thought that putting those nice banners on top of the websites is the ultimate way of advertising any product or service, and that's the best thing a person can do is basically make a website with a lot of content and sell these banner ads and make money. Then it died down because of the dot-com bust, but in recent times it is again coming up in a very, very interesting way, especially because media buying has been found to be working very nicely when positioned with other tools like SEO and social media. And I'll come to that in the next few slides, but media buying is a very, very critical tool here. There is another fifth opportunity which I am not mentioning here because that is small and every company does not go for it, but to cover up the whole gamut, I would like to mention that. That is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is very simple. It is basically cost per action kind of a marketing where you pay someone to get you a client or get you a lead. This means that you only pay when you get some results, but of course you have to pay a little bit more because the other person is taking all the risk of generating the lead or the inquiry or the sale for you. That has been one of the actually the oldest way of doing internet marketing in a proper way, and Amazon has mastered that particular art. So how are we basically making these things play together? So if you see in SEO, if you see the few new things that has come up in recent times, these are again new buzzwords. This was not there a few years back, but in recent times you will hear a lot more about these terminologies like content marketing, retargeting, or Facebook ads. Right. So content marketing again is just to give you a brief overview about content marketing. Content marketing is basically writing about your own company, writing about the vertical in which your company operates, not actually about your own company, but the vertical in which your company operates, creating meaningful content, creating educative content, creating content that attracts people, and then basically circulate that using various channels and medias. Again, social media is very effective in getting this across. So content marketing is basically creating high quality content and hosting it and distributing it. When you put more and more content, your search engine optimization automatically starts happening. This means that content marketing is basically directly affecting your search engine optimization, and content marketing basically feeds your social media marketing. Similarly, social media marketing basically helps getting your content spread far out and reach in a wider audience, and therefore it helps it back. So if you see, if you just take SEO as an option and just try to play around with your home page to get a higher rank, that's something which is old-fashioned, which doesn't work anymore now. So if you look holistic view here, that I am trying to create very high quality content, automatically it is doing some SEO, and I'm getting inputs for social media and I'm spreading it across. It works, and it also hits back in the core objective. There is a very interesting concept called retargeting, which has recently come up and which is now fueling the growth of media buy. What happens here is, let's say you go to a particular website, and you might reach that website because their SEO is good, or they have advertised in an AdWord campaign or a PPC campaign somewhere, and you have landed on their website. Now what happens is, when you land up on the website, you generally do not buy at that instant. The reason behind your buying cycle, buying may be a very come in a much later stage in your overall customer life cycle. But you have gone to that website, and later on you tend to forget about that particular website. You might hardly go back to that website. So what happens is, retargeting is just like that Vodafone ad, where that small puppy follows that person everywhere. So once a person comes to your website basically put a nice cookie on his browser, and wherever this person goes, then your ad actually follows him. So if you would have seen in recent times, last 6 months, you must have seen that a lot of similar ads, the same ads are following you in a lot of places, and that is because of retargeting campaign. This means you have gone to that website once, and now that website is following you. They know that you have come to this website. This means you have got some level of interest in their product or service, and they just want to make sure that you do not forget them, and they are trying to get their brand across to you at every point. And therefore, retargeting ads are primarily display ads, and that is where media buying comes into the play. So this is how the media buying is again getting revitalized because of retargeting, and also for a fact because if you are seeing a particular brand again and again, and then on a search result, if you see that particular name coming in, even if it is at number 3 or 4, you tend to actually click on that more than any other brand, because you know and you think that it's a much more reliable and trustworthy brand. So retargeting also creates a lot of trust level, which I mentioned just some time back, because that is one very important factor, which is a differentiator in making someone buy a product or service online from a company. Now moving on, if you see Facebook ads, again is another interesting example, which is basically getting your ad across to your social connections, people in your surrounding. And it is also a type of a media buying. This means your ads are appearing inside Facebook and can also appear to people whom you are not connected with. This means that Facebook ads can be coupled with your social media marketing and can be coupled with your media buying budgets, and can have much more far-reaching effect. I'll try to show you some example. I mean, why we are trying to do all these things. Just a second. What I will do is I'll show you an example which will make you understand why this has become so important. So let's say we are trying to search on Google about hosting. So if we search on Google about hosting, you see a lot of different things popping up on here, which shows this is the particular ad. So if let's use this highlighter here. So if you see, this is AdWords ads that comes in. This means here you need to utilize AdWords. Here you have the map coming in. So this is integrating Google Maps here. This is again AdWords. If you see, this section is basically Google Local. I'm trying to scroll down. Right, so what I wanted to show you here is, if you see, this is basically Google Images. Okay. Now, these are the SERPs, what we call the search engine results, for which we actually do SEO. And here are quite a lot of suggestions based on the past search history. Unfortunately, I do not have here listing results from my social connections. So what actually happens is generally few connections come here, few listings comes here from my social connections. So if you see, just SEO is something which is absolutely, I would say now, becoming outdated and old-fashioned. Reason behind, you do not have control over this kind of a listing page. All the results in this page is different, and if you're just trying to put SEO as a technique to get a market share or get clients on your website or even get business, I think it would not be successful. So, right. So these are just few examples that we are talking about. So there's a lot more happening. There's a lot more interplay between these different internet marketing techniques. In fact, when you do affiliate marketing directly helps you in doing a lot of automated link building. So anyone who is basically your affiliate and they are trying to put your link on their website, they are actually doing free SEO for you. So considering all these factors, try to put together the right mix in a way that it generally helps you in building the overall traction. So why integration is so important? Because people visit sites with different intentions. Sometimes they just visit a website to understand, sometimes they are researching, sometimes they are comparing, and sometimes they are buying. So you have to understand that you have to be part of their journey, the entire journey. Starting from the day they are understanding, where your content marketing starts playing a role, when they start researching, where again they should be reminded about your product using maybe retargeting or maybe using your social ads. Then when they are comparing, so if they are comparing and if they are in a hurry, they should be able to search you maybe on PPC or maybe SEO. Generally when they compare, they generally use SEO and PPC results, and then they buy. This means that they might have compared, they have you on their mind, but when the right time comes, if you're not in front of them, they don't buy from you. I mean, even if they like you, if they think that you are the best person to buy from, you still don't get the sale. So it's very important to be in front of the client at all these important junctures, so that the entire experience, in the entire experience you are there. So very important thing, people buy when they are ready to buy, not when you want to sell to them. I think most of the people who do internet marketing forget about this very important thing, and they just try to sell by buying very expensive keywords on Google, Yahoo, or all those expensive PPC network, and they do not try to engage in the entire life cycle of the client. So last but not the least, this happens because to err is human and people do forget. So you have to make sure that you are on top of their mind. So I'm just giving you a basic example of a customer journey. So let's say a person wants to buy a customer relationship management software. So a user lands up on the website to read about improving customer service related article from a social media share. Because the person who is in charge of improving customer relationship inside the organization, the job for him is basically to read and learn and implement best practices from around the world. And this is actually part of his job. This is not something when he is doing to research a company. He's just doing a normal job. And he finds a white paper that you have published, and he finds a document or an article that you have published where you have shared very interesting ideas and tips about how to improve customer service. This basically gives him an overall brand awareness about your company. And since he has landed on your website, now you get the right to basically track him. And your retargeting ad keeps following him and keeps reminding him about your brand and say that, yeah, you have been with us, keep watching us, and whenever you are ready, click on me again and come on my website and do some business, just like that. And he's regularly reminded of new articles through email list subscriptions. So, you are always in touch with that particular client, so that you are in front of him when he's actually ready to buy. And when the user actually wants a CRM solution, for a solution, he remembers the brand when he searches on search engine. He sees the brand on first page. To get the brand on the first page, again you need to have good SEO in place and conclude the purchase. So this is a very, very typical sales cycle in today's hyper competitive internet world. So be ready for it, and this is just one scenario. So I cannot cover all the scenarios because when we talk about integration of different medias, the possibilities are unlimited. So this is just one example to get your thinking hat, to get you thinking on this thing. So how does one of these things impact the other? So if you do search marketing or SEO or PPC, how does it impact? It helps you get new users, create pipeline for retargeting and mailing lists. This means retargeting and mailing lists cannot work if you are not having good SEO or PPC. Okay, so it's important there. This also helps you higher ranking sites have better conversion due to inherent trust. If your site is ranking high, people think you are one of the best ones, so they trust you more. And well optimized social profiles and updates rank well in search engines. So if your social profiles are well optimized, so if you are doing good social media optimization, you will automatically have good SEO and PPC as well, because then your profile will rank high for the right keywords and the right data that you push into your social media profile. So if you see the last option, you are actually having good social media, which affects in your PPC and your SEO. If you are doing good, if you are having good SEO, it's basically helping you have better conversion. So all of these are impacting each other. The social media, social signals result in better search engine rankings, though Google and other search engines have not yet acknowledged it clearly, and they have not identified and told us that how exactly it is impacting, but it definitely is impacting. That is very well known. In fact, Google is trying to piggyback its Google Plus on top of this social signals and search engine rankings. And there has been several rumors that if you are having a lot of social signals in Google Plus, your search engine rankings might improve. But there's nothing to justify that yet. So as of now, I would say Facebook and Twitter signals are good enough. Content marketing reaches out its social audience using social media and builds retargeting pipeline and mailing list. Again, it continually, if you put one nice tweet and you have put some nice information on your website, people do come on your website, and it creates your retargeting pipeline. This means these are more people whom you will continue to be in touch by showing your ads all the time. It's very important thing, and since we are talking a lot here about content marketing, very important aspect that you need to understand. People are not interested in hearing about your sales pitch. They are more interested to know, three things basically attract people: either fun or a lot of knowledge, or if they are really interested in your company, then some interesting news about your company. But putting a lot of other information there possibly will not help you or them, and your content marketing strategy might not work out well. So remember that part, so that you can actually get this effective retargeting pipeline and the mailing list. And obviously social media creates a lot of trust and hence and very critical for conversion. Media buying, similarly, it does a lot of branding, but this branding can cost a lot of money and may not be effective if your segmentation is wrong. So make sure that your segmentation is perfect if you are spending a lot of money on media buying. And hence click-through rate of ads in different media, it impacts that. Brand recall and hence better conversion. Better click-through rate reduces the cost per click and hence can result in considerable saving if used properly. So if you are doing very nice media buying, if you are reaching your right target audience, and this target audience when they are searching, you will get much better click-through rate, because your brand for them would be the right brand to click through and reach the website, and it will eventually reduce your cost per click rates. Right. Email marketing keeps a prospect updated and hence reaches them at a time of decision making. Not necessarily always, but again can keep hitting on his mind, and engages with the prospect and multiply social media marketing results. It's important to keep in mind that you continue to target the niche. So even if you have a massive market to target and your product is very broad based, still start identifying certain niche where you want to sell and you want to start marketing. If your message is going a little bit outside the niche, it's fine, because it never hurts, but try to have that niche audience to be targeted. Find new ways to stay on top of mind. A lot of times people, like we ourselves did a very interesting experiment. We came up with a cartoon strip called Outsource Gupta quite some time back, which helped us because a lot of people loved the cartoon strip, and they continue to come back and our name kept on top of their mind. A lot of times these people just walked into our booth and say, are you the guys who did Outsource Gupta? So when we are in an exhibition, which is again another way of offline marketing, these people who have actually seen our strip online and actually follow that cartoon strip every time, they actually just walk into our booth and they recognize us in comparison with 10 other competitors who are also exhibiting in the same area, and therefore gives another touch point for us to make a next level of influence and thereby conclude a better sale. and experiment with the interplay. Again, nobody can say that this particular internet marketing tool works best with this internet marketing tool and this is how they can impact each other. There is no authority on that. But again, there are a lot of experiments going on right now. You can also experiment a lot of different things and see which works best for you. And if it is too overwhelming, contact us for an initial consultation. So feel free to drop me a line if you need some help, if you are trying to do something, if you are confused, I'll be always there to help. So this is, I would conclude the presentation.
Thank you very much, Abhishek. It's a very interesting session. Thank you to all our attendees for participating in the webinar. We are very glad that questions kept coming in, but due to lack of time, we are unable to answer all of them. Please do send in your feedback and suggestions to us at eclub@nenglobal.org. Also, if you found the session interesting, feel free to blog or post about it. The recorded version of this webinar will be available on our website eclub.nenonline.org very soon. Our next webinar will be held on June 6th from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. by Harish Bijor of Harish Bijor Consults on Marketing for Success. We look forward to your active participation. Thank you once again and have a nice evening.